Be in 5 years after signing the TARP. One or two of those guys, of course, were down in Washington signing that 5 years ago. Yeah, I mean, if you're President Obama, you think, I need these guys on the side, but my God, do I want to trust them? And here's one guy sitting here, Jamie Dimon, who's about to come up with an $11 billion legal settlement with my government once it's open again. So it would have been a very interesting place to be yesterday.
So a year from now, do we have much smaller banks? Once again, we're in a situation here where we've got bankers and traders calling those headhunters, anticipating more layoffs.
You know, I mean, you always get that. I think banks will cut at the margins. I mean, Paul's right. I think banks have got so used to the idea that in the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, things will obviously get better, won't they? Our trading revenues will pick up, won't they? If you go back just 3 or 4 years, you look at firms like Morgan Stanley right after the crisis, cutting back on fixed income trading, and then the boom happened as a result of all the government intervention in 2009. No one wants to miss out on a similar kind of recovery, whatever causes it. Although 4 years in, you think they'd be learning. I think to an extent they are. You're seeing some cuts in some commodities businesses and elsewhere, partly inspired by regulations as well. But look, the biggest thing they can do on cost cutting, I think, at the investment banks at least, is to use more electronic trading for their fixed income desks. It's harder, it's not as easy as equities, but the more I speak to people on the street, the more they're saying that's where we'll do it once we know how to do it, once we know what there is out there that we can connect to, what happens with various regulatory reforms, and then if a lot of it goes electronic, you can cut a lot of costs. But as Paul's saying, you know, investors are thinking this is probably, this and other ways of making money is a year, 2 years away.